Hello, everybody. Welcome back. La Bataille de Ligny. I hope I said that right. Battle of Ligny by Clutch Farms Games. We are on scenario 1. And playing the 5th edition rules. And the Prussians played for me being ignorant. Forgetting that I must retreat before combat during the movement phase, and I left them there and stood, and they got some fire in, but and they actually did hurt the French second or 12th here a little bit in their. Both of them came up and oh boy. I get on air and I have brain farts. Both of them came in skirmish order, and but the 12th fired back and hurt them. And of course, they failed the morale check, and they're down to 1. That was the Fusiliers. I kept them in skirmish. If I can get a leader over there to help them come back up or try to get them back in during the next disorder, then actually, I forgot to roll for them. We better do that now. I forgot to roll for them during the end of their phase. Let's go all the way back to, these are the cards that are up there. Recovery phase morale. If we're in the Prussian turn, I forgot to roll for them. So, like I said, I'm new at the rules. We'll roll for that real quick. It's supposed to be an after action, but both of these guys need to roll. They get a -3 for being in disorder, and there is no leader morale bonus because none of them have leaders. So this guy is going to be a 25. That's actually going to be, let's see, a 36 goes down to a 33, so he's going to lose his disorder. And this guy is 24. 31 -3 is goes down to 26, 25, 24, and he is a 24, so he fails. And that sucks for the Prussians because the special rule in this is if anybody fails their disorder and goes to grand disorder in this scenario, they are removed from play. And that is one big Prussian unit that gets removed from play. That's the Fusiliers. And that's basically 800 light infantry, or 700 after the deduction there. I'm going to put them up on the MU. Got plenty of room up here. Put them up there on the MUs, and we'll just stack them down there. And I can get rid of that. Now, while I was playing this, I lost my 11th, my second battalion of the 11th, and I don't know what happened. In a vessel, weird things happen. If I had him selected with and shift deleted something, it deleted him. So what I need to do is one of the other things I want to do is get rid of the delete function, or at least make it very difficult to delete them. Control D is too close to the Control X for turning these. And if you type with sausage fingers like I have, it's very easy to delete a piece. And if you're not paying attention and you have it selected, you can lose those. So I'll probably get rid of the delete function and I don't know. It's a hard. Ideally, I'd like to go through and give everybody in that stats an act stack, that start stack. Boy, I'm fumbling my words today. in the OBs. But that would be huge and a lot of work. If I get rid of the delete, then there's nothing stopping anybody from having duplicate pieces on the board. And I don't know. It's a conundrum. But it was no big deal. I lost it. I put it back in. If I was doing a big battle and lost it, I might not know I lost it. So it pays to pay attention in Vassal to the information bar, and I tend to forget. Anyway, this is supposed to be a short little aftermath. So regardless, the two skirmish units I had up here in Le Mans Hemu, both were disordered and retreated. So I've already taken that. Now it's going to just start working my way down this left flank of theirs. I did get my 11th over here. I haven't put them into skirmish yet, but I'm going to. And I actually can divert the 4th and the 82nd, or actually just run them down this trail here and into the cultivated hexes. We've got to find out what these obscured units are yet, and the only way we can find that out, or to fire on them, is to be in skirmish order or adjacent. I think the only way we can assault them is to be in skirmish order. I think you can fire on them if you're adjacent. Anyway, see, I'm rambling again. Yep, I used to usually. Yes, the rule says units so obscured may only be fired upon by enemy units that are adjacent and deployed in tir, which is skirmish. I guess I just butchered that. Infantry that assaults units so obscured have their pre-melee morale check modified by -6. So it behooves you to engage these guys with skirmish units and not send in your regular troops, because your regular troops, especially with that stipulation in the rules about grand disorder being taken out of the battlefield, that could hurt the French in a heartbeat. So anyway, enough of that. I really need to get some drawing software for my screen, but I'm not very technologically advanced anymore. I put these both markers here as AW because if I hit there's only 2 of them, and if I hit return chits, once I start drawing chits, they're going to disappear. I know they're not an AM admin march, but I just put them down there because so I don't have to keep filling in the names and everything. So the French rolled there. We're getting ready to. We're hoping to turn their left flank. I did start bringing, and I'd made a setup gaff. I'd put Steinmetz here, which left most of his group over here out of command. So I did mulligan and put him there, which put them all back in command. So I was able to keep everybody in command. Yeah. I'm still getting used to stuff, so I'll give myself a couple of mulligans. We moved the 24th and the 1st Landwehr, I believe it is. I'm still learning my units. We moved them up. The 24th is across the 29th is across the stream. Or yeah, this is the 24th. And the 1st Landwehr, Westphalian, I think it is. Landwehr. But you got to be careful with them because they are really poor morale in this, and there's also another stipulation in the special rules about Prussian infantry in line. If they want to go to line, this is everybody but Fusiliers and Schützen. They got to roll 1 die 6, and that's how many turns it takes them to get in the line. So apparently they need to spend a little bit more time to on the drill field learning how to do that, because a 5 or a 6 and your whole turn is taken up. So anyway, We moved them forward to the stream. I don't want to get it too crowded in here because I know our morale sucks. I have the Fusiliers for the 12th over here in line already, and I have the line regiment right here, or line battalion right here, the 1st Battalion, I believe it is, yes, in line also in the village. I may move them into coverage of 2 squares. Just to cover the front. And these guys over here are both considered in square because they're in the special structures, the I forget what you call them now, walled structures. They count as square in there for most intents and purposes. So the French actually got a good first turn. We'll see how it continues. I caught the mistakes I thought I made. Except the one where I should have. Rule of thumb, I really want to get my skirmishers out of there before every assault, and I just forgot that you have to declare that as soon as the assault is declared. So yeah, they fought back and got got one hit, and they only took one hit, but the problem was, as you saw, they failed their disorder, and they not only failed it once but twice, and that's bad news in this scenario. So there you have it. I'll continue on. I'll merge these together probably into one big, well, we're already up to 11 minutes, one big video, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's turn 1, La Bataille de Ligny, and by Clash of Arms Games, and we are on scenario 1. Hello everybody, welcome back. This was the 3 o'clock turn. This is a overview of that. The Prussians drew the first chit this time, and they were able to, actually they got to draw that after the disorder chit. When the disorder chit, I was able to move the Jagers from the 28th over to here, and then I moved Steinmetz over there. Not Steinmetz, Zeithen over there to help him recover his morale. Pardon me. Let's see. And actually, we should flip all them leaders back over for the next turn. I did move the Fusiliers into 2 hexes so they can have a frontage of 8 right here. I actually got some software to use to draw with, but I don't know how good I am at this. We move these guys. Green's not going to cut it. Move these guys into 2 hexes here and 2 hexes here so that they had a better frontage, and I started getting these guys here into line except for the 24th Fusiliers. They're in a village, not a village, a town, so they got to stay in general. The 2 units I had, one right here and one right here out on picket duty or skirmish duty, both retreated before combat, so one wound up over here and one wound up back over here. I think it was that one had already been back there. We had a little exchange of fire where these skirmishers cut loose into these, and they got fired on as well, but the fire came from this fortified farm or walled farm and from this unit right here, and they were able to put quite a bit of firepower in, but they rolled an 11. And the French, in turn, fired back on this group right here and rolled like a 54, I think it was. And so they incurred a casualty. And they rolled a 24, which would have gotten them disordered, except that Steinmetz was with them. So fortunately for them, Steinmetz was with them. So the French are starting to move up. I did set my artillery up right here to kind of make sure that nothing comes through and messes with my skirmishers right here. I'm just going to keep them guys in place and try to go on with my original plan of pushing the Prussians out of all this right here. Those are what I'm thinking might work, and we're going to work to that end. So that's basically it. Not a whole lot happened. Prussians took the only casualty that time. French are moving in. We'll see how it goes. I still haven't brought to bear my 2 regular line units, but they're coming, and we're just going to push them in soon. And pretty well got all of the obscured units. Obstructed. Come on, Greg. All the obscured units out of the way. So we now know what we're working with. Nobody can move back into obscured. Once it's done, it's done. The key is to not take the 5th town hex or village hex until close to 6 p.m. so I don't have to deal with these guys coming in. I do believe that messes some with their I'll have to look it up when I'm off camera, but I think that messes somewhat with their victory if you bring them in anyway. So there you have it. Having a good time, like the game, and hopefully I'm not mixing too many rules up with some of the other rule sets I read till I got my head together. Thanks for joining me. We will see you guys next time. This is La Bataille de Ligny, and I hope I said that right. And this by Clash of Arms Games. So you all have a great night, and we will see you next time.